Hey, what's up out there? Right now I'm making a video about some ideas that I had that I think would make Pokemon Go a little bit more interesting. So, I know to a lot of people this game is dead. There's definitely a lot of people who just kind of faded away with this game as it was just kind of this bandwagon thing for them. But there's still a lot of people who still play this game and are still into it. As for myself, I play this game for about an hour a day. I like to make sure that I go outside, get some fresh air, a little bit of exercise, and I always walk towards my local library, which is decently close and has a little bit of everything. It has some Pokestops, some gyms, some spawners, and not to mention free Wi-Fi that has a pretty good range. I try to stay consistent with the streak and everything, but sometimes, I don't make it, but whatevs. But anyway, without further ado, I'm going to bring up some ideas that I had for this game. So, when I first started playing this game, I liked the trailer, but I didn't think I was going to play. It was really my friends who got me into this game, so shout out to Dark Matter and French Toast. But anyway, when I first started playing this game, I thought that if I was playing simultaneously with my friends that I'd be able to see their avatars with me in the game, but that's just not so. Actually, that would be very problematic if that were a thing, that you could see everybody, because in the early stages of this game, so many people would be playing this game simultaneously and in one area, and they would just collectively be in one area, and it actually caused problems for people's games where it would just crash. And this stuff would be problematic as well because if you could see every avatar in the game, like those times where people were stampeding over a Pokemon, like some rare Pokemon, and everybody's heading towards it, there'd be so many people on the screen, you might not even be able to see the Pokemon you're trying to catch. If not a full-on avatar, I think it would be pretty cool even if there was just like some sort of marker or like a dot. So let's say, just making a scenario, if you're walking past a guy who has his phone glued to his face, and you can be like, is that dude playing Pokemon? You check your phone and you see a dot walk past you, and turns out the guy actually is. I think this would be pretty beneficial in the game, especially if you can see that they are on your team. So basically, if this little circle thing was interactive to the level where you can click on it and just see basic information about the person who just walked by, even if it just said their tag name, their XP level, and what team they're on, I think that would be pretty cool and be beneficial, especially if you are planning on taking down a gym, and then you can see that there is another dot heading towards a gym, and you can see that they're on your team, and then you can help each other out. And even vice versa, where like maybe the opposing teams are coming to take down the gym, then you can know. There's been times where, I'm healing my Pokemon while I was trying to take down a gym or put up a gym, and someone just takes my spot while I was doing that. And, if you can see that little dot thing heading towards a gym, then you can know that there's some activity going on. And there's other times where like you can see that the gym is being fought, and you don't know if it's going up or down. You have to kind of just like wait and look at the meter and see if it goes down. So on that level, that could be pretty cool. So basically, to sum up that idea is, like a little dot that you can click on, and it's something that would represent somebody who's playing the game, and you can click on it and there would be like basic information about them. So like what team they're on, their XP level, and maybe even their tag name. So the next idea I had is all about the avatar customizations. So I really like the idea of individualizing your avatar and maybe even being something that represents you. I know there's a lot of people who don't create their avatar to look like them, but for example, I know a guy who plays and his avatar is a female. But as for me and my close circle of friends, we try to make our avatars look like us with what we were given, and quite frankly, we weren't given a lot. There has been some updates where there's new clothing in the game that you can throw onto your avatar, but even at that, everybody just looks like clones in the game. We have some things like different tints of skin and eyes and all that stuff, but still everybody looks the same. I think it would be cool if we even had some sort of rule of 3 thing where, like, for example, hair. There could be long hair, medium hair, or short hair. With just that many options would cause a much more of a variety of how each avatar is going to look. So like that rules of 3, like I was just saying, for example, like a long face, a round face, you know what I mean? Like big eyes, small eyes, or wide nose, small nose, stuff like that. Even if we were just given 3 options like that, I think could open up a wide variety of how each avatar is going to look. like, you know, like goatee, mustache, or full-on beard. You know, it would open up so many different looking avatars instead of everybody just looking like clones. Okay, so my last idea is actually a mini game within Pokemon Go. So basically, it's a game that would be between two people, and one would be a guy who's tossing what I call a trainer Pokeball, which would be maybe like a Pokeball that's like super bland and you don't have to refill on. And then the other guy would choose a Pokemon of their choosing that they would like to power up. So basically, this game is you are trying to toss Pokeballs at this Pokemon while the other guy is dodging the Pokeballs. And how this game works is the person who is dodging the Pokeballs, every time they dodge, a meter gets filled up. So every time you dodge, the meter slowly gets filled up, and when it finally is full, your Pokemon CP will go up by a couple numbers. You want to make sure that powering up in the Stardust has still some value to it, so how many numbers his CP will go up will be like maybe 1 or 2. Nothing too significant. But on the other end, the person who's actually trying to actually hit you with the trainer Pokeballs, I'm going to say, every time he hits you, his XP goes up a little bit. I like this mini game that I created in my mind. It's not fully developed yet, but there's something that can be benefited to both players on both ends, so I really like that. And not just that, it would be really good for training, because, you know, when I first started playing the game, I really sucked at tossing the Pokeballs. You know, I would do the normal, like, swipe up kind of thing without the curveball, but then I realized the curveball had more benefits, and then I ended up getting better at doing the curveball. And then it took me way too long to learn that curveball, if you want to catch a Pokemon that's really far away, curveball is the best way to go. The bigger the circles you make, the further you can launch a Pokeball, and that's really beneficial if you're up against a Pokemon that is far away. Also, something else about this minigame is you can really practice getting those excellent shots and everything. So this minigame that I randomly thought of, there's a lot of benefits to it. But anyway, that's it for the ideas I wanted to share. If you liked this video, then awesome, but if you could, check out the channel in the description below called BroTunes. Actually, this channel here is supposed to be a division of that, but the channel BroTunes is a channel that me and my twin brother are working on, where we make crazy, wacky cartoons, and crazy and wacky imaginations is something that we really feed off of, so if you guys could check that out, that'd be awesome. Anyways, this video is coming to a close, so thanks for watching. Peace and love.